Hey guys, welcome to another video and thanks for clicking on this one. In this video, let's talk about what is going on with Palantir. And I'm going to start with that because as we know, it's one of the favorite stocks for the retailers and it is not disappointing at all. Right now, it is trading after market hours. Price is around $167 per share. It closed around 160 per share. Just to give you some context, Palantir is up around 101% just this year. From year to date, it is up 101%, up about $81 per share. Okay, because when we started the year, Palantir was around, I believe it was around $74, $75. Came down to a low of 63, and of course, it ran up to around $160 at this point. Okay, and this is likely not going to stop because, like I said, at the time of recording this video, it is up to around $167 per share. So what is going on? Well, Palantir is not disappointing. They just reported earnings today and they topped around $1 billion in revenue for the first time, and also they boost their guidance. It says Palantir topped Wall Street estimates and hiked its full year guidance due to the AI boom. The artificial intelligence software provider's revenue grew 48% during the period and hit $1 billion for the first time. Just to read a quick highlight to you here, it says during the quarter, Palantir said it closed 66 deals of at least $5 million and 42 deals totaling at least $10 million. Total value of its contracts grew 140% from last year to $2.27 billion. That is a huge difference from the Palantir that we knew last year. Another thing to mention, net income rose 144% to about $326.7 million or 13 cents per share from about $134.1 million or 6 cents per share a year ago. So this is significant for those who hold Palantir or those who are thinking of buying now. At this point, this is one of those stocks that is easily will top $200 per share very soon. I'm not trying to predict any prices. These numbers are just crazy. I mean, if a company is growing this fast, there's a chance that the stock is also going to continue with that momentum and will easily break through new highs in the near term. Now, one of the things that I want to say for those who may be thinking of Palantir or trying to buy Palantir is that, hey, you have to trade carefully. This is one of those stocks that has run really high, really fast. And that also means that it could, be subject to a very downward pressure or sell-off in a very near term. Now, that doesn't mean that the company is not doing well. This is a long-term company that I don't see them going anywhere, especially with this AI boom that we're seeing in different IT companies. And this is likely going to make this stock even more valuable. Now, if you're thinking of buying Palantir, this is one that you may want to wait until it cools down just a little bit because it is really high at this point and there's a lot of course momentum in the market pushing the price higher. Now you may want to wait until it goes down just enough to an affordable price, maybe in the 150 range and below. Might not be a bad price to get in, of course, if it comes down to that level. And remember, I always say that patience is key. Just look at the Fig stock that IPO'd last week. I was sharing that, hey, this is not one that you want to run to jump into because it ran so quickly, so fast that it's so high for no reason. Now, don't get me wrong, the company seemed like a great company, but just because a lot of people are jumping into it doesn't mean that you also want to get into it. You always want to exercise patience and wait for it to pull back. Well, we are seeing some nice pullback in that stock right now. The last time I checked, it's actually $88. Now, this is a stock that got to a high of around almost $150 last week, and now it's lost almost half of that value within a few days, literally within 2 days of trading period, right? So that is exactly what I'm saying, that sometimes you need to exercise patience. Don't rush into this type of stocks that run up so fast. And that is what we are seeing now. Now, the reality is setting in for the stock. I don't know what it's going to settle at, but I'm going to wait. If I'm going to buy some of this one, I'm going to wait for it to cool down, make a nice round bottom after a few days to weeks where I can actually see a nice shape that it's really bottom out. That is when I would personally want to then get into this one. Now, like I said, it's a great company. It seems like they have very good business model that they run, and they have good clients that they work for. So the chance of this stock doing well over the long term is great. But when you jump in at $150 and now you're down almost, $60, $70 per share, that is significant, and that's why you always want to exercise patience with this stock. Now, the one that I also want to share with you today is Apple. Apple is one that has seen a lot of downward pressure since they reported their earnings. It jumped when they first reported earnings to around 215 after market hours, and then it opened around 212 and it sold off, and that sell-off has really continued even up until today. But something interesting is forming. Now, if you look at the chart on your screen, you would see that it has formed what we call a double bottom, and this is a double bottom that it isn't complete just yet. Keep that in mind. It isn't complete just yet, but we can see that it's found support at 201 here, and it found support again another day, which is today at 201 again. And of course, it's showing sign of recovery. Now, I do not know where this would end, but based on this pattern that you see here, there's a chance that it could continue to a higher level of testing this 207 resistance or higher, which means that if it can break that 207, we can see it go higher to like 210, 214, and go test this next resistance of around $214. Now, you have to remember that all of this is based on price prediction, and there isn't any guarantee that all of this will repeat itself. It's just all predicting what is likely going to happen. And of course, we always have to be patient for some of this. The goal, or at least my goal for myself, is when I see a price that I like, I buy it at that price. And seeing Apple at 201 or below, in my opinion, is definitely a reasonable price to buy Apple, because Apple is one that I see as a very long-term hold that will do well in the long term. Now, nothing against those who are seeing it as expensive as 201, because I've seen some price predictions. Some of them are even adjusting the price prediction lower for Apple because they believe that they are lagging this AI race. But I believe Apple isn't behind. I believe, okay, I could be wrong. Anyway, I just wanted to share my thoughts with you on these stocks that I've covered today. If you found value in this one, check out my other videos. Remember that this is not fully edited. I'm working right now, and I just needed to share this information with you. If you found value in it, don't forget to drop a like on the video, and I'd love to see you in a future one.